every year the showrunners invent a new arc for us. We had an amazing arc last year, and it's hard to imagine
it being better.
It being better for us as actors.
But it will be.
Yeah. So I seriously don't know. We're just shooting episode 1 at present, which is a reset and just sort of re-establishing the story. But beyond that, we're so keen to find out. If you hear anything, let us know.
I think this season too, though, is sort of like looking at how your choices, even little ones, influence you, or how people influence you, and so looking at these people that have not had. I mean, particularly for Walter, because Peter was such a tethering kind of, person for him. It's sort of be interesting to see where you go, and for Olivia too, without all that constant heartache. I wonder, if she's a little bit more kind of centered, or a little bit more kind of, in her skin or something. I don't know. I think Peter brought out a vulnerability in her that might not be.
But one thing we won't lose. I mean, what Fringe has, it is a heart. It has a heart, and there's a lot of love. Sort of. I mean, we won't lose that because that's intrinsic to what we do. How we'll find it, I don't know, but we'll find it.
You always know where you've come from and where you're going, and I think it just it's not so much that, like, you always know who you are, but because you often on the same day you'll be kind of flipping back and forth, and you'll just kind of, and especially when you're developing a character. So when the alternate Olivia first sort of came about, I'd just get comfortable in her skin, and I'd be like, oh, I just found a little tick, or then you'd be back to Olivia, and then you'd sort of put something in, and you'd be like, oh no, that's what I was working on the other. So that's the bit that I find a little bit difficult.
Eventually. But one of the things that I think helps, Anna, is when we do the costume changes.
Absolutely.
We go and we do makeup and hair and costume change, and you sort of look at yourself in the mirror and come out and you've just changed.
Yeah.
Probably helps.